What is up, bros and hoes? I'm just playing. What's up? This is JT. I've got these two impact wrenches right here. One is the Craftsman 300 foot-pound C3 model before they came out with this V20 crap that honestly isn't even probably as good as this one, because this is actually technically made in the same place as the Ryobi, and I think the Ryobis beat the new Craftsman crap. But right here we're looking at a 97 Eclipse GSX. This is all-wheel drive version. It's been obviously sitting in the dirt for a long time because I actually pulled a lot of parts off of it to fix my 95 GST. But anyways, I have two sizes of sockets, 21, and I finally found my 3/16. It was in my 3/8 little drawer thingy. I don't know why. And I've got my torque wrench here, and of course it was set to 110 pounds, a little bit less now actually. But anyways, these haven't been touched in probably 5 years or more, so you can see all the just rust and corrosion. If I had a socket big enough right there, I'd try to take that one off, but I guarantee you it would, so I'm not even gonna make noise. It's late at night. Like, I don't want to make too much noise, but I just want to compare these two and show you. None of these have been taken off. You can see that they're all still rusted. We're just going to rip them off, and then we're going to retorque them. So a lot of the stuff that I'm going to show you live, and what I'm going to do is actually tighten it to 150. So let me reset this. Okay, I've got this set to 150. That's the max out. So it's 150, right on the notch. I don't know how accurate this wrench is. It's a brand new, literally, it's probably about a month old. Pittsburgh $20-some version, so it's not the greatest. But I'm not gonna torque these on yet. What I'm gonna do is just pull them off. And just to show you a little competition's sake, here's the Craftsman. It did it, no problem. Well, here's the Ridgid. We're gonna go ahead and do this in mode 1, because I think it can do it. Maybe not. Okay, it can't do it this time. These are really rusted. But if I snug this one back down and then I do it again, it will come off. It's just weird like that. So let's see if we can pull it off at speed 2. Ooh, my phone just glitched out. Now I am making a lot of noise and it's late at night. Okay, so it pulled it off at speed 2. And this is going to be an extreme example, because sometimes these steel wheels will actually fuse to your lugs depending on what they're made out of. And sometimes when you're working with aluminum rims, when you put that torsion strength on them of the stretching of the bolts, it'll actually hold to a tighter torque than even the steel rims. But the steel rims, they cause their own little friction points and this and that. But on the, like the Ford Ranger wheels that are aluminum, they're way harder to get off, and they're aluminum. But yeah, you can see, like, man, these don't even want to turn. So speed 1 couldn't do it on one that is rusted, which is quite amazing. But now let's put it in speed 3 and see what it does then. Get out of my way, Craftsman. So not even an issue. Not even relatively close to an issue. So speed 3, it was fine. But let's auto torque these. It probably won't even torque all the way down. Took a couple bumps. And see, because of the rust on the lugs, it doesn't take them all the way down. You gotta bump it again. That time it took it all the way down. And because this socket's a little bit easier to get off, I'll just pull this one off. And hold up, let me pause something. Okay, I was getting smoke in my eyes. Anyway, still at 150. And I do believe it was this one I took off. So we're gonna crank this down to 150. 150. Man, that's that's a torque. Which was the other one I took off? I don't remember. I think it was this one. So 150. And we're gonna see what the limitations of this gun is, because there's varied information on the internet. But now these are slightly less rusty. They are still rusty though. You can honestly tell, but speed 1. So it's just 1 click over. This is speed 2, speed 3. Let's see if we can pull it off now. And it cannot. So when it comes to the rusted ones, it won't do that same 150 or 100. It won't even do the 100 really. But just for fun, at 150, this is supposed to be 300 foot-pounds. Oh, I took the socket. So we're gonna put the socket back on here, see if this one can even budge it. Oh, it did. Crazy. Now let's see how much easier this one is. We're just gonna go ahead and put it auto mode. I love these lights. This one also has these lights, but you have to pull the trigger. But they're just amazing. So we're gonna put this in auto mode. We're just gonna rip this right off. So you could see how much easier it was for this one. And oh shit, I had the 4 amp hour battery on here versus the octane. In my first video I had mentioned that the octane had less power, but in fact the octane has more power because it can actually up the amperage and the current draw when it's needed. So the 4 amp hour is not actually as powerful as the 3 amp hour, but the 3 amp hour, trust me, it does not last as long. And this has a 4 amp hour XCP battery on it, but you can kind of see the difference of the Craftsman versus the Ridgid. The Ridgid tears it off, the Craftsman kind of struggles. But that's it on that. And since this other one is also at 150, we're gonna try 2-speed. So 2-speed, it's also at 150. And so it pulled it off. Ooh, we got some spider friends right here. Look at you. Little baby wolf spiders. Hopefully I'm not killing any of them. It's always good to have a spider show up in your videos. It's good luck. But anyway, like I said, auto mode when tightening, it can be a real bitch when there's a lot of rust. That time it took it all the way down. That time it took it all the way down. That time it took it all the way down. Perfect. Now if you strike this again, let's see if it even reaches 100 pounds. So as you can see, we're at 100 pounds on the zero. Let's just see what the discrepancy is, because like I said, the rust and different lugs and different metals and all this what have you stuff kind of makes for a different experience. So let's see what it did. Let's see if it brought it to 100. Really close. It went ever so slightly. So on this one, you can kind of see how far I moved. Use the edge of the tire as a reference. It was right by the, if I'm not touching it, it's right below the 4. Nope. It moved, and I over tightened it a little bit past 100. And this one, it moved ever so slightly. So if you bump it again in the auto mode, it'll put you right around your mark at 100 foot-pounds. And on my other car, it has aluminum rims and a different lug. It actually doesn't use these types of lug nuts. I don't know where I got these lug nuts, because this car came with aluminum rims. I don't even understand that, but you just see like the difference. This is the model number ID 2030, and it's 2,900 RPMs and 3,200 impacts per minute. This one is it only spins at 2,600 RPMs and 3,500 impacts per minute. So it has a higher impact per minute, lower RPM. Like I said, this one spins at 29. The older model of this actually spins at 3,000, I think. And it actually will drive screws faster than this one. It's crazy. But just a small experiment. And this is like an extreme experiment, because just look at the shape these are in. These are awful. Rusted steel rims on rusted lug nuts, on rusted lugs, studs I mean. This one right here, this ain't coming off. You can see that that's rust welded on there, and it ain't coming off. I've tried. I broke a huge 28-inch breaker bar completely off, and honestly this one looks like it might come off, but I wouldn't doubt if it didn't. But we'll try that next. How about next time we'll try that? But I seriously, like I said, I doubt it unless I hit that up with some sort of heat, which I don't want to do because these are press-in bearings, and if you heat those up, you'll melt all the grease out of them and completely ruin them. So just keep that in mind. So before this gets too long, which it already did, it always does, like I said, it depends on your fastener, it depends on the metals. It also depends on the fact that if you've removed these lug nuts in 10 years, 5 years, I think it's been more than 5 years since I've taken these off. So just keep all that in mind. And also the fact that I somehow got out here with the non-octane battery. That probably would have made a difference. We'll have to make another video just to test that out. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and man, these times are hard, so enjoy yourselves.